is Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous, infamous creator of Bitcoin. I'm your host, Chris, and this is another episode of Satchats Short Stacks, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Woo! Who is he? Who am I? I'm your co-host, Stuart, Bitcoin Maxi. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Well, let's just start off with what this person literally did, okay? Satoshi created or discovered Bitcoin. Satoshi wrote a white paper that he published in 2008. I'm just going to use the pronoun he to indicate man, right? Mankind. So he published this white paper in 2008. Check it out, guys. I've created electronic peer-to-peer cash. You might want to get some in case it takes off. 2009, Satoshi releases the Bitcoin software. Right? He releases the first version of this decentralized program. He mines the Genesis block himself. And inside the Genesis block, he leaves a message that says, Chancellor on the brink of second bailouts, right? Which everybody feels like is his message to us that the fiat monetary system is ew, gross, like our new favorite Lou Cola would say. And then he disappeared after a while.
Disappeared. And that's important because this was back in 2008, 2009. You had WikiLeaks. You had all sorts of people being prosecuted for these new transformative ideas and technologies. And if Satoshi had been just some person that we all knew who he was, or she, or the group was, it would have left the entire Bitcoin protocol network open to some central authority coming in and shutting it down.
So let's talk a little bit about who Satoshi Nakamoto might actually be. Well, some people think Satoshi is a guy. Some people think Satoshi is a girl. Some people think Satoshi is a group of people. Some people think Satoshi is an alien. Some people think Satoshi is a time traveler.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite as well.
Yeah.
But specific people have been thrown out there. Some people feel like Satoshi was Hal Finney, who was an early contributor to the Bitcoin cause. Some people think it might be Nick Szabo, who created a cryptocurrency very similar to Bitcoin, but not quite there. Maybe Bitcoin is the second version where he actually figured it out. Maybe it's Adam Back, who I think is over there in Italy these days. My cousin thinks it's Lynn Sassaman, which I had never heard of before. My cousin Winchester said so. Lynn Sassaman is a computer type, a cryptologist who has all the skills required to create Bitcoin. And what was unique about Lynn, or at least what some people wanted to think, was that when you study Lynn's communications, he has a blend of spelling English words in UK English style and American English style. And when you look at Satoshi's communications on the early cypherpunk forums and through emails, he has a mix of spelling words with American English and with UK English. But that could also be an indication that somebody from America and somebody from England were working together. Right? Like that could be the group.
Yeah.
And then Lynn, Lynn killed himself. So that's why the million Bitcoin are still hanging out, etc. The latest tea is that Satoshi is Jack Dorsey.
Founder of Twitter.
Founder of Square.
Right.
Which has been renamed Block. Ooh. And there was a big fat tweet recently where this guy was going through stitching together all the coinky dinks, like every coinky dink that you could possibly imagine. He's like, all right, so Jack Dorsey, like the Genesis block was mined on Jack's birthday. The last block that Satoshi ever mined was on Jack's mom's birthday.
Yeah, all sorts of little.
Like when we hit block 801,239, Jack sneezed. And it's like, it was really cool to read.
Yeah.
And it was actually number 13, Brock, who sent it to me first before Chris did. But at the end of the day, the only way we're going to know who Satoshi is when Satoshi goes to Satoshi's Bitcoin and Satoshi signs a transaction with his private keys and says, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to why it's important that Satoshi remain pseudonymous.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole decentralized aspect of Bitcoin is one of the things that makes it incredibly valuable. So if everything led back to one human being or a small group of human beings, that would, kind of defeat the purpose of the decentralized nature of Bitcoin. At least it would have in the beginning.
Yes. So it was important for Satoshi to remain pseudonymous, to basically use an online name, like Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, to keep Bitcoin protected. I think Bitcoin was at its most vulnerable when it was just getting started.
Yes.
You didn't need a lot of computing power to contribute to the network, so you didn't need a lot of computing power to attack the network. If you are out there and people know who you are and you're trying to make a new form of money that could transform the world and take power away from the people who are printing money today, what's going to happen? Your friendly local nation state would go, nice currency I see there. Dude. You'd be like James Bond and you'd be getting right up underneath the chair, dude. Ooh.
Yeah.
It would be so bad for you.
Yeah.
But today it doesn't even matter if Satoshi steps out of the shadows and says, guess what, y'all? It was me. Because Bitcoin is so big now.
Yep.
It's backed by the world's biggest supercomputer. It's governed by a decentralized program, a set of rules that even Satoshi couldn't do anything other than spend his Bitcoin, mine more Bitcoin, or add value to the world in order to get paid in Bitcoin and keep stacking sats.
It's been adopted by major banks. It's been adopted by nations.
Corporations. People.
Its market cap is bigger than silver.
Yep.
I mean, it's too big to, I hate to say it. Is it too big to fail?
It's too big to fail. Well, Bitcoin, it's too big to fail. What's up?
Yeah.
And it's Bitcoin is the soundest money of all time. It's run by rules. So even though Satoshi got it started, he cannot make a significant impact on Bitcoin today in terms of the program itself. He can't go in and say, you know what, never mind, 42 million Bitcoin, because all of us are going to say, no, we reject that version of Bitcoin. We reject that soft fork off the blockchain. We're over here in the land where it's still 21 million Bitcoin. So could Satoshi sell all of his Bitcoin all at once and make the price crash in fiat dollar terms? Maybe.
Not really, though, because he's got less than 5%.
But he's got less than 5%.
It's not gonna have a huge impact.
And the price wouldn't go anywhere because Michael Saylor would absorb all of it immediately over the counter. It wouldn't hit an exchange. It would go directly to the Chad Michael Saylor, and we would be just fine.
Let me ask you this. If Satoshi did sell all of his Bitcoin, would you know if you went out and bought Bitcoin that it was one of Satoshi's? You would, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Right? Because the Bitcoin in his wallet would hit the blockchain and go to the next wallet. And you have these, blockchain forensics or these analytics where you can follow that. And it would be very cool to have some of Satoshi's Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
It would be like the bicentennial quarter or whatever, right?
Exactly. It
Except
would be like my mom's
still worth something.
my mom's dime with like the lady's face on it or whatever that she was talking about. So let's recap today's Sat Chats short stack. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Well, he is the creator of Bitcoin. Well, but who is he really? Could be a guy, could be a girl, could be a group, could be an alien, could be a time traveler, could be Adam Back, could be Lynn Sassaman, could be Jack Dorsey. But guess what? It doesn't matter anymore. Bitcoin is bigger than Satoshi. So, thanks so much for listening. If you made it this far, give us your value for our value. Smash the like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments below, who do you think Satoshi Nakamoto is? And remember, Sat Chats is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as financial advice. See you on the next one.
I thought I was the host today.
All right. Okay. Chris is going to take it out. Chris is going to take it out. Take us out, Chris.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. That's it. Let's go. See you later.
Woo!